Happy Saturday. Come on to your mats, onto all fours, and we're going to begin warming into some cat-cows. So grab some music if you have it. If you want to just listen to your breath this morning, that is all right as well. With your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, root down into the tops of your feet. On an exhale, you're going to round your spine, chin to chest. And as you inhale, drop the belly, moving through cow. Just continuing back and forth on your own breath. At any point you'd like, you can get a little more organic in your movements. You can wag the tail, circle the head and neck around, whatever feels good this morning. Just exploring through these cat-cows, setting your breath. Take one more round of that exhale, inhale, and then bring the big toes to touch. Gently press yourself back into child's pose. So my knees are just wide enough that my lowest ribs are still supported by the inner thighs. I'm going to reach through the fingertips and drop the forehead to the mat. Feeling length down your spine. Spread your fingers and actively extend out. Take the hands off to the right side. You might even walk them off your mat and just feel a nice little stretch down the left side of your body. Your inhale is going to walk you through the center, and as you exhale, walk it off to the left side. And walking back through the center, take a deep breath in. Stretch through those fingertips. Relax through the back of your neck, through the space behind your heart. And then set your breath right here. So beginning to breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Start to stretch your inhale to match the length of your exhale. And just begin to arrive on the mat. Start to let go of any heaviness. Start to let go of what the rest of your day looks like, and just becoming really present for these next 55 minutes. With your next inhale, you'll draw yourself back to all fours. As you exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Begin to pedal your heels, once again moving around in any way that you enjoy in this space. So we can pedal it out. You might lift a leg, spin a hip. Again, whatever it is that you enjoy this morning. Whatever we do on one side, we do want to make sure we mirror image on both sides. So taking the next 3 breaths to even out your space. We'll meet in our down dog in stillness. Beginning to move into an ujjayi breath, if you have that in your practice, a little constriction at the back of the throat. As you zip up through the low belly, press into the full circumference of your palms, press into the balls of your feet, spread your toes, and lift the sits bones to the wall behind you. As you inhale, roll forward through plank. Hold. You can always drop your knees here. Zip up through the low belly for 3, 2, and exhale, down dog. Taking your left heel to sky, inhale. And as you exhale, knee to chest, pull the heel into your glute, step that left foot by left thumb. Inhaling into a nice low lunge. Drop that right knee, come onto the laces of the right foot. Lift your heart and eyes and look forward. So we might need our hands up on the side to make that more comfortable. You can have your hands on your blocks beside you, or if you can start to sink that hip in a little more, our fingertips might find the floor. As you exhale, gently slide back into half splits. Give a slight squeeze of the inner thighs as you activate this left heel to that right knee, like I wanted to stretch my mat up between them, and keep your back nice and long. Again, blocks are friends. You can have your blocks right in under your palms right here. As you inhale, come back forward, plant your palms, tuck your right toes, step back to down dog. With an inhale, that right heel rises. Exhale, knee to chest. Pull the heel to your butt. Try to find that compression. Step the right foot by right thumb. Inhale. Exhale, drop the left knee. Come onto the laces of that left foot. Inhale, try to lift your heart and eyes. Feel that deep stretch across that left hip. Your next exhale, slide back, stretch. Spread the toes. Hit a gas pedal on your car. So I'm really pressing through the ball of that foot. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale pulls you forward. Plant the palms. Tuck those left toes. Down dog. Come forward through your plank. Drop the knees this first round. This is always your option. Laces down. Nice strong body as you elbows in, lower all the way. Take an inhale. Press the feet down. Lift your heart. Keeping the fingertips down or reach them long beside you. As if you're going to reach those fingers back towards your heels. Draw the shoulder blades together for 3, 2, and exhale, release. Bring the palms back by your lowest ribs. Tuck your toes, fire up those legs. Take an inhale, push to plank. Exhale, down dog. With an inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, knee to chest on the travel. Step left foot by left thumb. Drop that right knee again. This time, arms up. Full holy city. If you prefer, hands can be on prayer or to thigh or blocks. Feel that length from your right heel right to the fingertips, like I'm trying to create a crescent shape. Your inhale will pull you centered. As you exhale, bring the hands through prayer. Right elbow comes outside of left knee, just a gentle twist. If we prefer, hand can be down inside the left foot on floor or block. Take one more deep breath. Stretch from that right heel right through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, hands down. Tuck the right toes, down dog. Right heel rises, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Step it forward. Drop the left knee, inhale, holy city. Exhale, twist. Draw the low belly in and away from your thigh. Draw the thigh in, and then roll that right shoulder back. So feel that beautiful twist from the mid-back right through the crown of your head. Continue to press down into that back foot. Spread the toes. For 3, 2, hands down, step back, down dog. Coming forward through your plank. Inhale. Knees or toes as you exhale, melt to the floor. Tops of feet down. Press all 10 toes down. Hands by your lowest ribs. You've got these little T-Rex arms. Take an inhale, float the palms. If you want more, reach back, extend. Press the feet down, lift the heart more. And exhale, releases, bring the hands back in, tuck the toes, inhale, press right up, exhale, down dog. With an inhale, your left heel rises, knee to chest on the travel, step by left thumb this time, we come full crescent lunge. If you need the knee down option, we can still take the knee down option. From here, I'm going to take my left arm, I'm going to sweep it back, and then inhale, bring it right back up. So find a lightness about that upper body. Exhale, twist. Inhale, right back up. Do it one more time. Exhale, twist. Revolve through the ribs. Try not to let the hips go with you. Hold. And then as if you're stretch Armstrong, reach for opposite ends of the room for 3, 2, and cartwheel those hands down, framing the left foot. Look forward, step fold at the top of your mat. Inhaling, hands to shins, half forward fold. Exhale, fold. Breathe in as you soften the knees, roll all the way up, look up at your palms. And exhale, right back in, forward fold. Inhaling, half lift, hands to shins. And as you exhale, plant the palms, step back with that left foot. Inhale brings us right up into crescent lunge. Stabilize, watch that front knee, drive that knee forward. So that back inner thigh really lift you out. And then lightly as you exhale, this right arm sweeps back. Inhale, pulls it right back up. So really strong through the lower body, really light and airy through the upper body. Activate the feet towards one another to really feel that strength come in. One more inhale. Exhale, twist, hold. Reach for opposite ends. Sink into the lower body for 3, 2, and cartwheel the hands down. Step back into down dog. Come forward through your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. You can go back to that baby cobra or we come up dog. Tuck the toes, lift your hips down dog. Breathe in, right heel to sky. Knee to chest on the travel, try to step with control, right by that right thumb. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist, reach that right arm back. Pause. Now drive this right knee forward. Thigh bone comes a little more parallel, and then activate that back inner thigh. Flip the left palm, we're gonna reverse this space. So your right hand might find your hip, it might find the back of that leg. You can look down for balance. And let that inhale cartwheel you out. Hands frame your right foot, step to the top of your mat, fold. Inhaling, hands to shins. As you exhale, fold. Breathe in all the way up. Look up and exhale right back in, swan dive. Inhaling, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your palms, step back right foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. Sink in. Sweep that left arm back, hold. Zip up your skinny jeans to really feel the low belly pull in. Everything's kind of core setting in as we revolve. Flip the right palm, reverse. Feel as if I came and grabbed your right arm and really reached it up. The ribs lift off that side. Take one more deep breath. Stay for the exhale as you sink in. And cartwheel those hands down. Step back, down dog. Come forward through your inhale, plank. Knees or toes, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. 3 deep breaths right here. As you exhale, bend your knees. Look to the top of your mat. We're going to take a little hop or step. right into a half lift. Exhale, fold. Big toes are touching. If they're not already, go ahead and bring them in. There's about a thumbnail's distance between your heels. Soften the knees as much as you need so that your chest rests over your thighs. Lift your toes, spread them, press them down evenly. And on your next inhale, have a seat into Utkatasana or chair pose. Looking down, make sure you can see your toes. If you can, I need you to slide those knees back over your heels or ankles. From here, sweep the arms back, lift the heels. Press the heels down, sweep the arms forward. Do it again. Reach back. Inhale. Exhale, pull the low belly in. One more, inhale. Exhale, take it back, hold. Straighten the legs. Dive forward, heels down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, if it's in your practice, hop through chaturanga or step through with me, knees or toes. Up dog, down dog. Left heel to sky on the inhale. As you exhale, let's step it by our left thumb. We're going to drop that right heel as we set up for warrior one. So look at your feet. They can be a little wider than your hips. That right big toe is facing the top corner of your mat pretty dramatically. So inhale, I come up. I'm going to drive that left knee forward. Root to the pinky toe edge of the back foot. And then begin to work this right hip forward in space. So I'm squared off the wall in front of me or to the top of my mat. Bring your shoulder, bring your core. Eventually that hip will come. Take the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Press the palms together. Do a little reverse shoulder shrug and extend the knuckles down to that back heel. We're going to lift our right heel. Steady your gaze in front of you. Shift the weight into the left foot and come into a little bound warrior three. So really reach those knuckles long behind you. Spread your toes, press through that heel. 3. Press your left big toe down more, 2. Feet land side by side. Release the arms, inhale, chair. Exhale, lift the heels, reach the palms back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Plant the heels, inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep back. One more, inhale. Exhale, sweep back, lift the heels, squeeze the inner thighs, start to straighten the legs. Like you're looking over the edge of a diver's board. Fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, make your way back to down dog however you'd like to. Hop step, or you could just go right into down dog, or we flow. Meeting in our down dog, breathe. And inhale, takes the right heel to sky. Knee to chest on the travel, step it forward. We're going to plant that left heel, look at your left big toe, shoot it toward the top corner of your mat. Use your inhale and come out of your core in that strong back leg. Feel yourself begin to really root that left pinky toe, sending that left hip forward in space more. Drive into this front leg. Breathe with me. As you exhale, we're going to take the hands behind, switch which thumb is on top as you interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders down and back, and drive your knuckles toward that left heel. Feel your shoulder blades come together. Activate that scapula, almost like you're trying to crack a walnut behind your shoulder blades. Shifting your gaze forward, find a still point in front of you as you shift the weight into the right foot, warrior three. Now use that strong bind of the hands, continue to lift to really counterbalance you. and activate the back line of your body. Reach through the toes, reach through the heels and the knuckles for 3, 2, feet land side by side. Release the arms, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, make your way through a vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog, however you'd like to get there. And reset, 5 deep breaths. Feel yourself soften behind your heart, let go behind your neck. Notice if you're clenching your jawline, really begin to soften that space. And with an inhale, our left heel rises. As we exhale, step that left foot forward by your left thumb. Drop that right heel, and as you inhale, we come back into our warrior one. Exhale, take the hands behind, interlace. Roll your shoulders down and back, drive that left knee forward, press the knuckles to the floor. Be mindful we're not flaring our rib cage out. I love to do it too. Always got to remind myself, draw the rib cage in so I'm not gymnastics dismount. Try to pull everything in, squeeze the inner thighs. Makes a really big difference through that core and keeping everything stabilized. This time, you can stay right here, continue with this stretch, or we come forward into our humble warrior. So I could just rest my chest over my thigh, still keeping the navel pulling in and away from the thigh. I could go shoulder, dropping inside knee, or I could continue to drop the head toward the crown of the floor. The crown of the head toward the floor. Woo! Alrighty. So from here, I want you to squeeze your feet together. Resist the urge to stretch your mat. Really stay in the strength of this pose. Notice if you're sticking your left sits bone out to the side wall and try to shoot it back towards your right heel for 3, 2, and release the arms. Hands come down. We're going to pick up that right heel. You can drop the right knee or stay on the back toes as we come into an easy twist. From here, we're moving into a side plank. Again, you can stay lifted and stack the feet, or we could drop this right knee, take the foot behind, modified side plank. Press the floor away wherever you choose to be. Keep the hips lifted. And then if you have the balance, we might look up at our top thumb. For 3, stay and breathe. Press the floor away. And come back center plank. Knees or toes, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. As you inhale, right heel rises. Step it forward by your right thumb. Step that left foot in and adjust it so it's at about a 45-degree angle. Take an inhale, warrior one on this side. And then again, go through your checklist. So feel your feet. Spread the toes, press the floor away. Come into knee over heel. Feel the thigh bone, try to root towards the earth. And then at the same time, take an inhale, knit the rib cage in. And lengthen as everything from the crown of the head goes up. And exhale, we'll take those hands behind, odd interlace. It should feel a little funny. Make sure we're alternating. Roll the shoulders down and back. And drive the knuckles down for that beautiful stretch across the top of the shoulders. Activate the shoulder blades towards one another. Choosing to stay here and breathe if this is intense, or come with me as we humble our warrior. Press your big toes down. Squeeze the feet towards one another. Feel as if they're magnetized. Draw that right sit bone. Back toward that back heel. Breathe and smile. We won't be here forever. 3. Resist the urge to struggle for 2. And 1. Release the hands. Left hand comes right inside of left foot. Pick up that back heel. Easy twist. Remember, knee down is always your option here. Moving to side plank of your choice. So once again, you can drop that left knee, or we stack the feet, squeeze the inner thighs, give it a little lift. Start to shift your gaze. Play with that if we can for 3, 2, and come back center plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Bending your knees. Look to the top of your mat. Take a little hop, step, or float. Inhale. Exhale. Big toes touching if they're not already. Inhale. Sit you down into chair. Taking your right foot. We're going to figure forward across the thigh, or we can keep the toe tapped down and figure forward across the shin. Spread the toes. Work that little pointy ankle bone outside of your thigh bone. Hands can move through prayer for balance as we have a seat. So working our way through a little balance series here. Take any option you need today, especially if you're on carpet, it's going to be a little harder. Sit back an inch deeper. As you inhale, we're going to stand straight up. Take that right knee right out in front of you. Like Captain Morgan, you're about to step on a box. Knee is in line with hip. Or if you want peace fingers around big toe, we can extend right here. Wherever you are, try to make sure we're not leaning back. Shoulders are still right over hips. Whatever you're holding, your knee or your toe, we're going to guide it to the side wall. Now only go as far as we can without popping into that mommy hip situation where we kick the left hip out. Stand tall. Press the big toe down for 3, 2, and we're going to release the foot or knee. See if you can find a little float. I know it's hard. Shift it around, and we're landing for standard triangle. So it's a much shorter stance than like a warrior 2 extended triangle. So if you see my markings on my mat, I'm on the shortest little center markings. Straight arms, straight legs as I extend, and then windmill the arms. You most likely will not have your hands to the floor on this one. If you want like the Ashtanga version, these fingers around big toe, press the fingers down into the big toe. And I want to stay long over that thigh. So if that means I need to be up here, that's all good. Find your length. Feel that openness across the hips as you draw this right hip back in space. Draw your head, your heart back over this left leg. Make sure we're not locking that knee. I know it's tempting. Stay and breathe with the core and with the leg work. So you can see that little micro difference. Knee locked, not locked. Locked, not locked. So it's like 98% straight, right? Really have to be mindful of that so we stay in the work and not in our joints. So from here, I want you to go ahead and shift your gaze forward of your left foot. We're moving into half moon. So I'm going to use my right arm to sweep down. Bend that knee. Hand can go to floor or block right underneath that shoulder. As I spin that right arm open, I'm opening the shoulders, stacking the hips. Keep your gaze down unless you're just feeling super still or imbalanced today. You can look up at that right hand. Spread your fingers, spread your toes for 3. You can do this. Draw your low belly in 2. And feet land side by side, forward fold. Very nice. Wiggle that out. Pedal those feet out. So your option here, you can stay in your forward fold and relax and breathe, Or you can come with me. We're going to just take a quick vinyasa. So hands to shins, inhale. Exhale, hop, step, or float back. Up dog. Down dog. Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose. Last deep inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees. Find the compression between your low belly and those thighs. Look forward. Try to keep that connection. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Big toes touching if they're not already. Inhale, chair. Take your left foot, figure forward across. Feel the strength and the stretch of this posture. Take your time and sit the hips back. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. As we inhale, we're going to stand up. We're about to step up onto a box. Engage here. So engage your Tadasana or your mountain pose, right? I'm not locking the knee, but I'm tucking the tailbone under, so I'm really strong, shoulders over hips. Hold the knee or peace fingers around big toes. Ideally, we are mirror imaging whatever we just did, if possible. Keep the bandhas pulling. Keep that low belly connection here. As you exhale, we'll take the knee or the heel to the side wall. Be mindful not to kick out that hip. Don't collapse. Stand straight up. Release your grip. Try to float it in air. Just a little bit. Shorty, step it back. Straight arms, straight legs. Press the big toe down. Be mindful if your knee wants to roll out or in. Line it up, everything facing straight up to the ceiling. Reach out as long as you can, and then we come in for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Squeeze inner thighs, activate the feet towards one another. Maybe you look up. Draw your head back over that right pinky toe. Shifting the gaze forward of your right foot. Blocks are friends, but let's sweep that left arm down and around as we step right into our half moon. It's okay to wobble. You can soften that standing knee if we need, but think about everything reaching away from the midline. Super active for 3, 2, feet land side by side, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, make your way back to down dog, however you personally would like. Pedal the heel. Breathing in, left heel rises. Knee to chest on the travel. Left foot by left thumb. Spin that right heel down so we can come up warrior 1. Last round through. Exhale, hands behind, interlace the fingers, drive the knuckles down. Take your humble warrior or stay lifted this morning, whatever is best for you. Resist the urge to struggle here. I know it's strong for 3. 2, press the floor away, draw your belly in and up. And release the hands. Right hand down, left hand high. Pick up that right heel, easy twist. You can drop your right knee as we move into a side plank. You can keep your right knee down as we step that left foot back, coming into wild thing. Press the floor away, lift your hips for 3, 2, press, press, press. And make your way back into your down dog. Stay and breathe or come with me through plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. 3 deep breaths. Your next inhale takes that right heel to sky. Just one more side. You got this. Step that right foot forward. Then the left heel down. Inhale as you come into your strong warrior one. Exhale the hands behind, out interlace. Drive the knuckles down. Feel that beautiful stretch as you begin to open through the collarbones. Come forward to a space where you can breathe and release. Stay with the work. Let go through the back of your neck and your jawline. Just breathe. And release the hands on the exhale. Left hand down. You might need to step that left foot back as you lift the heel. And easy twist. Choose the knee down option if you'd like as we move into side plank. Feel yourself stabilize first, and we take that right leg behind. Press your heels down. Extend and lift your heart. Can do the same thing with that left knee down. For 3, 2, and come back, down dog. Coming into child's pose, or take one final vinyasa here. We'll meet in child's pose. If you have blocks, bring them with you, or a pillow would work too. We're going to take a little chest and shoulder opener. If you don't have blocks, I'm also going to show you how to come into puppy. Puppy is going to be more intense, so if you have any shoulder stuff going on or old injuries, just be really mindful. So options with our blocks, you can take them low, medium, some people even like high. I'd say this is probably the sweet spot, medium. From my child's pose, if my hips are okay with them, I'm going to take my knees a little wider. My forearms or my elbows can come across these blocks. I'm going to begin to drop my chest and my forehead to the mat. Some people really enjoy bringing the hands into prayer. So you will want the elbows on the blocks for that, behind your head. So you can do that with pillow under, you can do that with blocks. If you want a more intense stretch or you're working towards your puppy pose, we can do that as well. So I'll come like I'm in child's pose. My knees will be a little closer together. I'm going to crawl myself out so I can drop my chest and my chin to the mat. Wherever you are, stay and breathe. If you get into puppy and you're like, this feels good, I can take a little more, you can tuck your toes and lift the thighs for the full puppy pose. Gently release down. We're going to slide ourselves forward. So if you have those blocks, just remove the blocks and lower all the way down. Taking a moment, just let everything settle here. And from here, we're going to lift up. Bring your left arm in front so you can reach back and grab that right heel. Again, if you have a towel or anything handy, that you could use that to reach back and grab your foot. We're just coming into half frog. So I want to continue to press my hip flexors down. And I'm going to pull that heel to my glute as much as comfortable. Now, if you can get there and you can rotate through that shoulder and you want to take your fingertips Elbow up, fingers facing forward, you could. Just a little extra across that shoulder. But find a space here that feels good, that you can breathe, that you can begin to really release. Gently, no slingshots. Let go of that right foot. Right arm comes in front, and we're just going to mirror image that. So reach back, take your time, find that left foot, and as you breathe, we're going to exhale, draw the heel toward the glute. If you have that shoulder mobility and you want to take the elbow up, revolve through the hands, you can. You do not have to. Release that left foot. Bring your forearms in parallel alongside you. Tuck the toes, and we're going to peel the hips off, forearm plank. Now zip up the skinny jeans. Press into your forearms. Spread the fingers, and then protract between those shoulder blades. Choosing to hold and breathe, or we're going to take our right knee, tap, and back. Left, tap, back. Right, left, right, left. Breathe and move. 4. Last 2. Last set. Knees down. Child's pose. Coming back forward to all fours. Take a cat-cow. And tuck the toes. Lift your hips down, dog. From here, the left heel will rise. We're moving into pigeon pose, so if you'd like a block or a pillow, go ahead and grab it as you bring that left leg forward, figure forward underneath you. So this is where I could pop my block or my pillow underneath that left hip so that I stay really even between my hips. So if you notice, I'm not rocking to the left, I'm not rolling overly into the right. We want to find that balance in this asymmetrical pose. I'm also going to use those left or my right toes, to pull my hips back. Try not to force your hips forward. So find a space, spread those toes again where we can lift and breathe. So we've all seen a pigeon, right? You want to look like a little pigeon, so sit real tall. And then from here, you can decide. We can stay nice and lifted if we feel secure here, or we can melt forward, relaxing into this space a little more. If you want to keep some of that heat and you want to reach back and grab the foot, coming in for more of a quad stretch, which we just took one, so you're prepped. You can come into mermaid, you can come into full king pigeon if you wanted, or you can just settle in and relax right here with me. You can grab a block under your head. You can also just put your head in your hands. You feel like you're carrying a lot of tension between your shoulders or behind your neck, I highly recommend trying stacking the fists or your block under your forehead. It gives you something to press into and release that tension. And we're kind of got a lot going on in our world right now, right? There's a lot of feelings, there's a lot of rawness going on. So try in this space just to stay open, but to also release. So feel that softness behind your heart. Feel some weight slide off the shoulder. Begin to slowly make your way back to down dog, however you'd like to get there. You can add a vinyasa, or you can just slowly take yourself back. Finding your down dog, pedal the heel. Using the next 3 breaths to find your way back. And right heel goes to sky. We're going to mirror image whatever options we just took on that other side. So slide those hips back. Use those left toes to lengthen. Press down into the laces of that left foot. Find some length first. Sit nice and tall and proud. Squeeze of the inner thighs here. And then we surrender forward, finding our options and mirror imaging. With each exhale, really feel yourself. Let go of any tension you're holding on to, especially into that right outer hip. Slowly begin to make your way back to your down dog. Taking one final vinyasa if you'd like, or just come into your down dog. From your down dog, we'll drop down to the knees, but keep your toes tucked under or adjust if we need. Bring the feet together if that's comfortable. If we have any knee issues, we might need to take the feet a little more hip distance, but sit on your heels for just a moment, stretching the feet. Take an inhale, circle the head around. And so we're coming into a final closing series. If you've taken any of my other online classes in the last couple weeks, I've sprinkled it into a few. So I really like it. It's going to leave you aligned from your chakras. We're going to start at the crown, and we're going to work all the way down into the root. And I'm going to leave you in the final posture. I'm going to lead you into your meditation, and then I'm just going to kind of disappear off the screen. So that way, if you are in a place where you can stay and meditate, I want you to stay as long as you can. Even if it's just for an extra minute or two, that's better than nothing. I understand it's hard to meditate, in our homes, at least it is for me, very distracted space. So I just want to give you the opportunity to stay, or if you need to get on with your day, you're more than welcome to kind of come out when you're ready. So the closing sequence, it does begin with headstand. If you don't practice headstand, that's okay. I'm going to give you something else. You're going to actually start in child's pose. So we're going to take 5 breaths in each pose. I'm going to keep it a little lighter today. So if you don't practice headstand, you'll begin in child's. We're going to meet in child's pose. If you're coming straight into child's, I want you to focus on the space just above the crown of your head, your crown chakra. And we're going to go through a series of postures. Like I said, I'll leave you. And if you don't practice, we're also going to move through shoulder stand plow. Keep a block close, and I will leave you in that option. You do not have to come to the full thing. So if you practice headstand, let's go ahead and get prepped and ready. If you're at home, preferably be near a wall unless you have a really strong practice. And if you don't practice, we're going to start here. And I just want you to bring the focus. You could even drop the crown of your head like I am, pulling the chin to chest so that I feel the top of my head on my mat, or just focus on that space above. If you're coming into headstand, let's go. Breathing for 5. Inhale, 3. Last deep breath in. If you're in that headstand, slowly make your way down to child's pose. Big toes together, knees down. Melt your forehead to your mat, that space right between your eyebrows. Press it into the floor for 5. One more inhale. Gently roll up. Cross your ankles and pull them through. You can go straight back into your shoulder stand, or if you don't practice that, bring a block under your sacrum. Hold right here. If you practice shoulder stand, come with me on up for 5, 4, 3. If you're on the block, stay. If you're in shoulder stand, we begin to drop the toes overhead, plow for 5. Keep that strong Ujjayi breath moving. From here, if you're on the block, stay. If you're moving from plow, slowly let those legs skim your face. Keep core control all the way down, 1 vertebra at a time. How slow can you go? Try to go for that 5 count. Once the feet come up over the hips, you're going to dig your forearms in. If you're on the block, stay. Otherwise, come into fish pose. Toes can touch down or stay long. 4. Press your tailbone down. Try to press the crown of your head and lift through the chin so you feel that through your throat chakra. And as you exhale, if you're on the block, remove the block. Set the feet down, everyone. Your next is coming into bridge or wheel. We'll all go through bridge together. Root the feet, spread the toes. Inhale, peel the hips off. Shimmy your shoulders beneath you so you feel that heart space start to open. If you practice wheel and you'd like to take wheel for 5, come with me into wheel. For 4, 3, 2. Wherever you are, 1 vertebra at a time, slowly lower. Bring the knees to your chest, give them a hug, let the palms fall open, face up. As you exhale, knees fall to the right. You can support with a pillow or your block underneath. Feeling this across those solar plexus, so right about those lowest ribs. Keep that space drawing in. Keep your left shoulder pushing down. You can look down the left arm to finish the twist or look straight ahead. Your inhale will bring the knees to the center. As you exhale, drift off to the left. Still keeping that focus in those solar plexus. And coming back center on your inhale, take a hold of your knees, your ankles, these fingers around big toes or the soles of your feet. Drop your sacrum towards the mat. Feel the low back and hips press into the floor as you exhale, bend the elbows to the side walls, happy baby. So feeling your sacral chakra now, down by that sacrum. Press that space in. Keep your low belly and your pelvic floor lifting. Some people might enjoy rocking here. You might just really enjoy that grounded feeling of pressing the low back and sacrum down. So breathing here for another 3. Actively drawing those knees down, elbows bend to side walls. And then bringing the soles of the feet together, setting them down in that shape just below your tailbone. Bring one hand over your heart, one hand over your low belly. Taking a few cleansing breaths here, feeling rooted, feeling grounded. Now you can stay in this shape for as long as you'd like, or if you're ready, you'll slowly begin to extend one leg at a time, letting the toes fall to the side wall, letting the palms fall face up beside you, naturally relaxing the shoulder line. And connecting with this space. So everything is coming at us so fast. There's so much going on. At the same time, there's a lot of disconnection going on. So stay in this space. Tune in. My favorite quotes is, God speaks in stillness. While you're in this place of stillness, I urge you to tune in. Allow yourself to be, allow your heart to speak to you.